Prime Minister Donald Tusk's words about intervention by foreign forces may have infuriated many. I would not like us in Poland to ever find ourselves in a situation where an external force is necessary to guarantee our constitutional order, as that would be a tragedy. Is putting the issue this way threatening the intervention of external forces in Poland? Not only does he announce violations of the law himself, but he also threatens with foreign intervention. Members of the ruling coalition seem to downplay the Prime Minister's statement. It's about threats of external intervention. That's what the Prime Minister was talking about. I don't know at all what you are talking about. No, I think that here we are in a very big legal dispute, very big chaos. However, the current government is responsible for this chaos. Donald Tusk himself has admitted that he is deliberately breaking the law, and in order to avoid the alleged scenario of intervention by foreign powers, it is necessary to find within oneself strength and determination. After all, in the case of the executive branch, this is what we are paid to do, to take risks and make decisions that will sometimes also be questioned by you. Meaning I, in any case, will continue to make such decisions in full knowledge of the risk that not all of them will conform completely to the criteria of the rule of law. According to Law and Justice deputies, such words from the mouth of the head of the government should never be uttered. I have to say, those were outrageous words. That he has no legal tools, so he will use others because, as he said, he has a duty to act. Surely these are words from some authoritarian regime, or even worse. It's hard not to get the impression that the Prime Minister is simply looking for justifications for his decisions that go against the law. We know this from history. Wojciech Jaruzelski also sought justifications for declaring martial law. So, as a historian Donald Tusk should remember this very well, although this is not the only statement by the Prime Minister that indicates a premeditated violation of the law. Today, we have the need to act in terms of a fighting democracy. That is to say, we will probably make mistakes more than once, or commit acts that, according to some legal authorities, will be incompatible or not fully in accordance with the provisions of the law, but nothing relieves us of the obligation to act every day. Constitutionalists and lawyers have no doubt that Donald Tusk does not seek to uphold the law in Poland. What is happening now has nothing to do with protecting the rule of law, protecting democracy. In my opinion, nothing at all. Violating moral norms, but directly also violating legal norms, that is, everything that constitutes the constitutional order of any country. If you look at history, all dictatorships started with this as well. Since December 13th, 2023, those in power have illegally taken over public media and the National Prosecutor's Office, among other things. In turn, on September 6th, Attorney General Adam Bodnar announced the introduction of the institution of active regret for judges appointed after the December 2017 reform of the National Court Register. The judges will have to make a statement that they have made a lifetime mistake. The announced measures can only be compared to the repression faced by judges during the martial law period by the communist regime. The institution of self-criticism proposed by the government is clearly associated with the period of Stalinist terror, and it is a disgrace that it would be applied to judges appointed to office in accordance with the laws passed by the parliament. Friday is the last day of a visit to Poland by the Venice Commission, which was invited by those in power to assess work on an amendment to the law on the Public Prosecutor's Office. It assumes the separation of the functions of the Minister of Justice and the Prosecutor General. Interestingly, they did not want to answer a question about Prime Minister Donald Tusk's violation of the law. This silence may mean that Donald Tusk simply has approval to carry out lawlessness in Poland. Every day I have to make decisions that can be very easily criticized and challenged from the legal side. Law and Justice is organizing a protest in front of the Justice Ministry's headquarters tomorrow in connection with violations of the law by those in power. The organizers stress that anyone who cares about a Poland where the law is respected is invited. Łukasz Żmuda, Republika.